They said they're aiming for 6. Hi.
Hello, hello.
Who's here? Yeah, I got off work early, so that was nice.
That is really nice. That's fantastic.
Because my foot has been killing me, so it was nice to come home.
I'm glad you got a chance to relax a little.
Finished filming that diamond painting video and then put all that. Yeah, I figured out how to do it on my, because like I uploaded everything to YouTube and then I'm like, yeah, I don't know how to do this. So I was watching like tutorials and I'm like, okay, this stuff, like the way they said editor, I'm like, I'm not seeing it in the same way at least. So I was like, okay, let me see if I have something on my phone. Thanks, Kim. And so she said, happy first day of vacation.
Yay!
So, oh, Kim, do you think it was good so far? But I was able to like upload them to, or like figure out how to put them all together, and then there was like a little box in between each clip, so I was like, ooh, maybe this will be for the transitions. And then they had a few options, so I was like, fade, booyah, done. I mean, they had a thing for music, but I was like, let me, since I'm talking through this one, like, I'm not going to worry about music. Hey, Christine. Hey, Nanette.
Hello, hello. Hi, Diane Broderick.
Yeah.
Kim and everyone else I missed in the chat.
Yeah. Last night I was making a schedule and I was actually like really trying not to make a mistake. I was sitting there like, okay, is Misty gonna, like I was waiting for an answer back from Misty. I was like, because I didn't know if she was having a sale with someone tomorrow. And I'm like, okay, I'm waiting for Misty. And I was like, okay, I took Michelle Newton's cupboard off from the Friday that I forgot. And then I uploaded it. And then I'm like, oh, crap, I forgot Erin. The collection vintage. Because I did last week because it was her off week and there was so many like pop-up sales. And I was like, oh, shoot. So I was able to fix that like on Discord and on the email. But like, because I hadn't sent that yet. But then I'm like, today, Newton's Cupboard messages me on Instagram, and she's like, "Hey, our sale is Tuesday," and I was like, "Oh, dang it!" I was like, I knew that, like, because I've been like, okay, it's on my birthday, and then I like wrote it, like I was thinking Tuesday in my head, but I wrote it on the wrong day. But I'm like, ugh. So I just try to put a note like on Instagram, and like I replied to all the emails, so hopefully everybody saw that the sale is on Tuesday, and we'll make sure to post something on Tuesday too, like on Instagram, like the daily thing, or a separate post or something.
Yeah, I've been slacking a little on the daily posts. I remembered yesterday, but the day before yesterday I totally forgot. And then I've been sharing individual things as they've been happening because there's so much pop-up happening now, this sale and that sale. So I might go to doing just the individual posts. I think it's a little easier just to share what's happening as I see it, because every day it changes so much now that it's hard for me to keep track of. But I try to share everything that I can. I'm one person, so I'm not perfect. And
I know.
Angela, you do a great job with the calendar.
Thank you. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, that scared me. Pop bottle like popped. I'm like, what was that? Yeah, so if anyone, I have a video that just uploaded a little bit ago, the intro to diamond painting. So anyone who is thinking about that, or just wants to go and give me a thumbs up, like I'm my first filmed video on kind of an intro on the supplies and how diamond paintings usually come, the basics and how to kind of start one off. I made a video about that, so definitely go and check that out. My first video, made my own thumbnail and everything.
Your thumbnail looks great, Angela. It's really catchy, I think.
Thank you. I was trying to picture like Misty's and Alex's, everybody's like thumbnail, how they kind of have the words with the outlines. So I was trying to do that, and I had it over the picture, and I was like, it's a little, like, I think with all the little diamond paintings, it was kind of like
busy.
Yeah, I was a little too busy, like hard. So I was like, let me put it on the side, and hopefully it doesn't look just like a PowerPoint slide. Like, but,
That was good. Hi, Victoria and Lori and Karen. Lots of folks in the chat.
hello.
Yeah, the thumbnails are hard. And I saw, I think it was Misty was saying, it was Misty or Alex. She's like, it's hard coming up with titles for the videos because I imagine they do a lot of thrift hauls and shop with yous. And how many words can you come up with over and over again? And I'm finding it becomes hard to come up with something that's catchy too, because when I do something like on vintage games or swatches or, advertising, like that's its own video. But when I do records and it's like, what's spinning? It's like, okay, I've done already like 30 of these videos. What am I going to title? And then, some of those thumbnails, like for the vintage and vinyl chat, I just created one thumbnail and I reuse it. And I don't know that really is catchy enough, but it sure is easy for me.
Oh, Jay is live right now too.
Oh, Jay at Dallas City?
Yeah, it was so funny because I bid on those matches for him, and then I don't think he would care if I share this, but I like messaged him. I'm like, Jeffrey had a bag full of matchbooks, and he's like, oh really? And I'm like, I won this time because I tried to win him the one from Patrick's thing, and then like someone beat me to it, and then I got the ones from Jeffrey, and he's like, okay, I sent him a message, and then I didn't hear from him because I was like, okay, I sent him an email letting him know you want to buy them. And then the next day he's like, oh, I thought you said Patrick. I'm like, no, Jeffrey. So I was like, he's like, I sent him a message. So I told Jeffrey, like, I DM'd him because I hadn't heard. And I was like, these are for Jay, actually. He's like, I'll get back to you. Like, but I was like, he goes, like, how many are in there? I'm like, I don't know. It was a big Ziploc. So I'm like, hopefully more than 10. I think so. But
yeah, I think there were a lot in that.
Because I was like, it wasn't like a sandwich bag. It was pretty big. So I was like, I would think at least like 20 maybe. But
yeah, and I know that he collects the matchbooks. And there's different shipping rules too, and I'm curious. I think that you have to ship the matchbooks ground if they're the Strike Anywhere matches where like if they rub against something they'll ignite. You can't ship those. The other thing that I learned you can't ship is the lawn darts. I had no idea until Fatbird Finds brought that up, but it's illegal. You can't ship or sell those, and I think that's just really interesting.
I know, like they had gotten rid of them, but I want to know why you couldn't ship them. Like if they're packaged up, like bubble wrapped and in a box. It's not like you have them with no packaging in a bubble mailer where it's gonna like poke through and stab someone. Like,
yeah, that could be dangerous if you just ship them in a bubble mailer.
Be like, what are they shipping here? I believe Katie works full time, right?
Yeah, I do woodworking. Yes.
I'm technically part time, but I also like help take care of my mom and like cover hours for everyone. So it doesn't feel like a lot of free time.
You're busy, Angela.
Now I'm trying to start this logo like design business. So I have another IG that I just created, another Instagram. It's at AM, like M for Marksbury Designs _IG. I'll put it in here. So if you guys want to follow me there, I'm starting to post some logos I've made for some of the resellers. And once Miss Pam posts hers or gives me the okay, I'll post the ones I made for her too, because they're super cute.
I think the one you did for Pam's adorable. I got a sneak peek of that. And I really think that there's a big need for people to have a logo for their channel. And I think that's a really good little business you can start because there's so many new channels that need graphics. And that's amazing.
Yeah, logos or business cards, or if you're looking for a graphic for something, I love to do that kind of stuff. So
And you're good at it. You have a real eye for
yeah.
design.
So yeah, DM me, email me. If you're looking to get, because I love to start a side hustle.
Hi, Maria. Welcome.
Hey,
Yeah,
Maria.
I need to move my phone away from the power off button on the computer. That would be really nice.
Yeah, I'm so excited for having the my brain is fried. Vacation this week, because I won't have to answer, do you have the COVID vaccine? Because I am just so tired of that.
Yeah, when you work in those places and you get the same questions over and over again, you want to rip your hair out.
Yesterday, a guy, one of the other employees who works like on the sales floor, walked by, and he's like, you should put that on a recording, because he just kept hearing me answer the phone and saying the same thing over and over, like, no, we're not making any of the appointments. You have to go to your county health department. It's just like all day. I just repeat the same thing over and over.
I worked on a phone bank once for a hurricane preparedness panel. And it was I was in a safe concrete building during one of the hurricanes, and my job was to answer the phone. I mean, the hurricane was here happening, and people were calling in and still asking for tips. And, obviously some of the advice was late, but the same question would come in over and over again. And people would say, there's water coming into my house. What do I do? Who do I call? And, I feel terrible, but we were told to say that the fire department, they're not coming out. If you're in an evacuation zone and you did not leave, the fire department is not going to risk their lives to help you. So they were telling us, you basically just have to tell these people that there's nothing that you can do. You can't call for help because no one's coming. And it was the most horrible thing in the world to have to keep repeating that to people who were in an evacuation zone, who were like, there's water pouring into my house. And I'm just like, I'm sorry, ma'am, or sir, we can't do anything. And it's horrible to have to keep repeating that, but we must have gotten, I don't know, 20, 30 calls an hour with people saying that. And, I was thinking to myself, no, why didn't you leave? You're at the beach, right on the water, in a high risk zone, and you didn't, so it's hard when you do things like that. And I see Debbie's in the chat. Hello, Debbie and Tia Fane.
Oh, I don't even see Tia Fane.
I think he just popped in.
Oh, there it is. Christine, she said that she's staying awake a little bit longer, and she asked me to put her on the schedule for her sales this week, so hopefully she'll be on Tuesday for her late night owl sale at I believe 10 p.m. Central, 11 Eastern, and then her Friday at 3 Eastern for her. And hey, Nate.
Hey, Nate Biscuit.
But I think she's doing better. I didn't hear if she had confirmed COVID or not, but
I hope
she had strep and stuff. So just keep her in your prayers that she's getting better.
Yeah, I am so sorry that she was going through all of that. So many people in our community need prayers right now.
Yeah.
Including Nate. I know Nate's not been feeling well, so we've all been thinking about you, Nate.
Yeah, definitely. I know Margie B's husband, some friends with her on Facebook. I know he was trying to get a transplant, and I don't think he's going to be able to, or not in time. So he's kind of at home right now on hospice. So
that's so sad.
Just pray for Margie and her family, because I know they're in Florida. They live in Florida, and it's got to be a really tough time for them.
Yeah, I mean, I hope that maybe we can have some sort of message board set up. I don't know how to do it where people can just post what they need, prayed about. I think that would be great.
I know, I feel like there's a group message on Instagram where we've kind of been doing that, but like maybe for at least the people that are on Instagram, we make like a designated one.
Yeah, I think that
So
would
we're
be
not like, driving the other people crazy who aren't, so it's just separate. Hey, Christy.
Hi, Christy, and I see that Tammy says that she just got her first shot and she's having a terrible headache today. I am so sorry, Tammy.
Yeah, I mean, it wasn't terrible, but I had a headache as well the next day. People are saying that the second dose is kind of what really makes you feel bad, but hopefully that's just like a story that's going around. But hopefully, because I get mine on the 12th, I'm having to work that day too. So hopefully it's not too bad, but I do have off that weekend. So hopefully if I'm not feeling great, at least I'll be home. Okay, Pfizer. I see someone I got the Moderna shot. But yeah, my arm definitely hurt for a few days and I've been getting some headaches here and there, but I don't know if that's just what the allergies, because like every time I go outside and it's so cold, I just get like an instant headache.
Oh no, that's the worst.
Yeah, Christy, like this morning we were getting like ice shells on the car again because it's just like freezing rain. I'm like, ugh.
It's warmed up here. It's been in the 80s today, and I was like, wow, because yesterday it was really cold and I was loving it. I see less than 10. Christine is here. Welcome.
Last night it was 10 degrees here. It was like,
oh, that's cold.
Like I'm sitting here and I'm like, it's kind of cold. I'm like, what's the temperature? And then I looked, I'm like, 10 degrees? What?
That is cold. 10 degrees.
Right now it's 32 and they're supposed to be getting like some big snowstorm tomorrow. So tomorrow's the first day officially of my vacation. But I normally have Mondays off anyways, but my tires have been giving me issues forever. So I set up an appointment already to go in tomorrow morning. So hopefully they can. My dad says maybe they need to buff the tire so there's a better seal and the air's not I'm not losing the air from the tire or something. I don't understand all that, but hopefully I'm I want to get in before this giant, if the snowstorm comes, so at least I don't have to deal with this all winter because I don't want to wait till spring. So
yeah, you need to get
hopefully we can get it figured out tomorrow. I'm just do whatever you got to do. Here's my money. Fix it.
Hey Dana, yeah, I got a notice in the mail from my dealership that says there's a recall on one of the parts, and it's not something that would necessarily affect my driving in a dangerous way. It's about the lock system in the door. One of the back doors not working right, and they'll replace it for free, which is good. But I with the pandemic, I'm not going over there. So I'm waiting, until I feel safe driving over there. But that's on my list of I really need to get that taken care of.
Yeah, but I'm going to be stuck at the thing. So maybe I'll bring my computer and see if I can, maybe I'll be able to catch Aaron.
Yeah, you can watch.
My appointments are at 11:15. And I'm sure I'm probably going to be there a while if I end up getting new tires or whatever. So maybe I'll just bring my laptop and my wireless headphones and I can watch Aaron at the car place while I'm waiting for all that.
Yeah, it's better than what they normally have on the TV. Ours has sports or true crime. I'm nothing I'm really interested in.
This one I don't even think has a TV because the way it's set up, it's more you're just staring at everybody. I'm so yeah, I'm gonna or either that, I'll just have my phone and, watch it through there. But, like, or maybe I'll bring my backpack and put my laptop in there. So,
Yeah, I've learned when you go to those places or doctor's offices or any place that you're going to wait a while, always bring your phone charger, always bring something to do, bring some water and a snack. That's what I've learned. One time I sat at the DMV for 4 hours, and I was really glad that I had those things packed with me.
and I was like, I would like, because there's all this stuff around it. It's in Algonquin, but I was like, with my foot killing me, I'm like, I'm not gonna really like walk across the street, and walk around and look at stuff at the stores because just my foot is killing me and I don't want to walk across the highway. Like,
Yeah, you're probably better off just trying to stay out of as many places as you can, right now.
Yeah, I'm just gonna chill.
Yeah, I'm compromised too, Nanette, so I'm not taking any risks that I don't need to take. I was lucky because the antique store that I took you guys in the other day, they're really safe. They don't have anybody ever in there in the mornings. Like, they're completely empty except for the one lady that works there, and I know her, and she has a mask on and stays socially distant, so I felt really safe about that. Same with Eco Relics, because it's a massive warehouse, and there was like one other person in there at the very end of the store that works there. So I wasn't worried, but I would not. There's other places I'd like to take you guys in, and I just won't do it right now because there's just tons of people.
Hey, Doug.
Hey, Doug. Welcome.
I don't know, Dana, what's wrong with my foot. My foot, I have like uneven legs, so my one foot always kind of like goes to the side, like it leans to the side. So I think it's just like, like a muscle strain kind of thing, because so it's been hard to like walk fully on it. Like, I think it's like a muscle thing, like just pulling on my foot in a weird way. So hopefully, since I won't be working this week, hopefully I'll get a chance to like relax, like, and heal up.
And put some ice on it.
I'm going to look for new shoes this week because I obviously need something more, like, because my foot leans a lot, I'm going to try to find something more, like, firm, like, so that way my foot can't move as much, even if it's, like, a small boot or something, like.
Yeah, more supportive.
Yeah.
Hi, Manal, welcome. Some of those shoes that look kind of medical, can be actually really comfortable.
Yeah, so I need to do some research and look for some new shoes, especially when you're standing sometimes in the same spot for hours and hours. Like,
yeah, I put in my shop, I have anti-fatigue mats that I finally invested in and put pretty much in front of all of my tools, which helps a lot because there's times where you're standing a lot and you can't.
We have those too,
but I have really supportive shoes too, because I'm on my feet a lot too.
Yeah, I need to get some better ones. Here's my new brooch I got. My rose.
Beautiful, Angela. I love that.
So I like that it's curved because sometimes I'll just like, I just got it, but I mean, like, the other day I wore it like this, kind of like curved around. I think my name tag or something, and then this I thought looked kind of cool, like curved above this flower. And this is a thrift store shirt. It says Mom, and there's like the ribbon, which kind of fits perfectly. And then the back says like I support or something like that. So it kind of fits perfectly for my mother.
That's very sweet. I've got
my
feather. The StreamYard camera's backwards.
Yeah,
but I have
I like that
feather brooch on and my dog shirt today. I didn't get too gussied up. What's Nate saying?
Bad news. Here today, a woman who just returned to New Zealand went into isolation for 14 days, tested twice as negative, was let out, and now has tested positive.
Oh, no, Nate. Yeah, be careful.
Well, hopefully they can keep it under control. So I know you guys have really low numbers.
Yeah, I mean, you've got lower, Florida's pretty high here, so... being careful. Thank you, Manal. We
Hey,
both
to
love the
anybody I
brooches.
missed.
I just sent Angela your friend mail package, and I'm really excited for you to get it because I sent 2 brooches. But admittedly, one of the brooches that I sent, it looked really familiar. I found it. I was like, "Oh, Angela would love this," and I'm like, "Wait a minute, is this one that she has?" So you might be getting a duplicate. I don't know.
Well, I don't have a ton. Is it a butterfly?
It's a deer. I'll tell you that. A
Oh, I
Christmas.
don't have any deer pins or anything.
Oh, good. Okay,
I
so
have like one of my mom's old like little cat, tiger, something, but mostly I have butterflies and I have a wreath and a bird and but no deer. So awesome. Thank you.
oh, good. Okay, well, spoiler alert, you're getting a deer.
Oh, and I sent your candy. Oh my gosh. Like
Oh,
I
thank
go,
you.
this is gonna have to go priority. I was like, I mean, I told him like I don't normally ship stuff, so did I write stuff in the right spot? Like I don't know what I'm doing. And he's like, yeah, it's okay. And then he's like, oh, this is gonna have to go priority too. I'm like, okay. And I was like, how come? Because like the size of the box. And he's like, no, because it's over 13 ounces. And I was like, okay, because like to me it feels pretty light. And I'm like, I don't. And then I looked at the receipt later. I was like, oh, 13.6. Oh, okay.
Okay, yes, 6.
So I definitely paid more than I paid for the candy, but it's for Katie. So I sent her a few of those bags of the peanut butter candy. So I can't wait for you to get those.
Yeah,
And
I
I covered up my
more.
Schitt's Creek sticker, but I put a Ew David sticker on there.
Oh, I love Schitt's Creek so
But
much. Yes, Judy, I just want to say I felt so special yesterday when people started chipping in for those records. I could not believe it. And yes, I did get a little emotional. I was like, oh my gosh, thank you all so very much. I just couldn't believe it. Our community is just so kind and so sweet and so caring. And I'm just so blessed to be a part of it all. So thank you guys for all of that yesterday, and I can't wait to share those 45s with you on Instagram.
I know I text Sarah. I was like, you have to go to Miss Pam's sale. I was like, Katie just spent like $90 and everyone basically paid for it. Like, and she's like, that's awesome. And I was like, oh my gosh.
Manal, I'm fine. I have carpal tunnel, and sometimes my wrist acts up, and today
I have one of those too.
so I'm wearing my brace. But yes, I really did feel so special yesterday.
Thank you, Teofane.
And
trendsetters.
I'm it would be the year of the brooch, right?
Bring
Yes.
back the brooch. Well, Lady Gaga brought it with a like life-size bird on her.
Oh my God, that was so pretty. When you said go see what Lady Gaga's got on, and
Yeah.
I didn't actively see it at first, and I looked it up. And I was like, wow, that is stunning. I mean, she had the perfect black outfit to wear.
Yeah, I thought she looked amazing. I was like, oh my gosh, the hair was great, except for I'm like, what's with these little flowers behind her head? But like, I was like, the dress is like, she looks like the queen. Like she just looks like a princess.
Yeah, I love when people wear brooches.
Yes, Nate, I think so.
Yeah, I think so, Nate. But yeah, this is, helpful to have the brace. It does help.
I have one too. Like it's shorter, but I have like right here. Like I have a shorter little blue one. Like because with work and opening so many pill bottles and then like tubbing and everything, like and doing the diamond painting, sometimes your hand gets a little worn out.
Yeah, one of the tools that I use a lot for turning pens is it's got an angle on it's a kind of like a chisel is my best way to describe it, but it's got an angle on it, and you use it to turn the chip away at the wood basically on a lathe. And there's many different types of lathe tools, but I'm basically holding it. I've got my one hand here and I'm holding the tool like this against the tool rest, and I'm doing this motion a lot. And then I use the drill press all the time too to turn the cut, you have to hole out the blanks in the middle and put, glue metal tubes inside and then put them onto your lathe.
The drill press, jeez, I can't imagine. Yeah.
And then I'm also doing this when I'm cutting this. So I use this hand a lot, and that's
I definitely get a workout. Jeez, you're like a rowing machine.
Yeah, well, with the drill press, you're holding it like this, and you're just basically one.
Yeah.
And you undo the blank, and you put it, because you have to have two blanks for a pin. Do the other one, and then you're like, okay, I'm going to do all 13 of these at once. And you put another one in, and you're like, there it goes. And you're like, all of these are going to get the pin tubes glued inside. Okay, now I'm going to put them on the lathe.
Hi, Belinda.
Hi, Belinda.
Katie just has carpal tunnel.
I have carpal tunnel. I'm okay. I should actually, I was told I should wear this every day. And I don't, and then my wrist gets bad enough where I remember to put it on. So I really just need to be better at just wearing it more often, especially at night.
So Louie's okay with after eating the little girly candle?
Yeah, Louie's fine. She not to get too gross, but she had a nice bowel movement, and I'm not worried about her. But yeah, I was on Nancy's sale, and I was timing the offer up, and I kept hearing this. And I'm like, what is that? And then, but I was focused on the offer up. So I was like typing in 30 seconds, 10 seconds, And then I looked down and I saw this trail of white, like dust all over the floor. And I'm like, what in the world? And I was putting away Christmas. And I'm like, where did that? And then immediately I was like, where did that candle go because Dee included a girly candle, a little angel girly candle as a package topper for me in one of my packages from her. And I had just opened it on the floor, and I had taken everything I thought and put it up on the counter. And I'm like, where did the girly candle go? And I'm like following the trail. And there was a trail of white wax all over my apartment floor, and there's all this wax on the sofa, and Louie's over there with the girly candle between her little paws, and she's going, I'm like, Louie, no. And I pulled it from her, and she had eaten the entire head off of it. There was wax everywhere. I'm like, oh no, Louie. Oh, no. And I'm vacuuming, I get the little vacuum out, and I'm like trying to suck up all the wax. And I'm like, great. The lady downstairs, it's 11 o'clock at night, and she's going to complain because I'm being loud, but I got to vacuum up the wax. She's okay, though. Luckily, it wasn't anything that was toxic, because when I called the emergency, because I was worried there was glitter in it. And I called the ER, at night, and the lady answers the phone. She's like, okay, well, how big was the candle and how much did she eat? And I'm like, just the head off of an angel. She's like, oh, okay, well, let me check with the doctor. And the doctor's like, no, not toxic, but just want to make sure they go to the bathroom and not get too clogged up. I'm like, okay, well, we're fine. No more trips to the ER in the middle of the night. But she's fine now. She had her pumpkin, and she's all happy in herself, so I'm not worried about it. No, it wasn't a baby Jesus candle.
And Debbie, there's my Tanala vase, so thank you. I've been rearranging things, so I got my Tanala vase, my Tanala bird, and my little deer. I've been putting in. So Thrift You is live, so
they're live.
Say thanks, Katie, for coming on, and thanks for everybody stopping by. And
yes, Mary,
subscribe if you haven't, and check out my Instagram at amarksbury or amdesigns_IG. It's my new business Instagram, looking to get some clients. So make sure to check that out and follow me on Instagram. And thanks again, everybody.
And don't forget, Patrick is having a live haul at 8 o'clock tonight, or a premiere, if you guys want to check that out, as well as Thrift You Sale. You can have two devices going at once.
Oh, yeah. And I just uploaded a diamond painting basics intro video. So check that out. Leave me some feedback, comments, anything. It's my first video, so I'm not going to be offended. Just, I'd love to hear what you guys, think, or if it was helpful. So just let me know, and thank you, everyone. See you guys at Thrift Jew or at Patrick's. Bye.
Bye-bye.